Hello and welcome back to The Lion's Den, the only podcast with a complete disregard for soundproofing, drinking whilst recording, and generally being prepared. I'm your host Matt as always, and today we're going to talk about some fun things, some stupid things, and maybe the future if we can get around to it, so let's not waste any time, shall we? So, just now, literally 30 minutes ago, also there's a stupid amount of echo from my guitars, which is kind of annoying. I was having lunch, as you know, you do in general. And I was really wanting something just not healthy, just something tasty, quick, simple, easy. And I really love these soba noodle pots by the Nissin company that I know is the one that's in Japan, I believe. I really love them. I bought them ages ago because they were cheap and found my love for the teriyaki soba noodle kits that they do. And it's just a pot with some noodles in it and a teriyaki sauce and then like bits of onion, cabbage, mushroom, whatever. They're stupid simple. You put some water in, you wait a couple minutes, you drain the water, you add the sauce. It's really good. It's like really savory and umami, a little bit sweet. Very happy with it. I filled the kettle with water. I went to the toilet because I was like, well, this is a perfect time to go to the toilet whilst I'm having the kettle boil. I come back, pour the water from the kettle, and go, why is there no steam? Put my finger in it. Oh, completely forgot to put the kettle on whilst I went to the toilet. So, thankfully, the thing is designed to pour water out of it, right? So I just put the lid on, poured the water out, actually boiled the kettle, and then put the hot water in. And all good. They're so delicious. They're so tasty. It's a bit annoying that they're like £1.50 a pot, but every time I see them I get two, and I just have them when I really need like pick me up of something really tasty, either like at lunch or in the end of the day, because it's just good, you know. It's just good. I also made myself an omelette for lunch, and I surprised myself because I've made omelettes in the past. They're quite simple. Even if you mess it up, you've got scrambled eggs essentially, which is what happened to me. I think I used a pan that was too small of a diameter, so it ended up quite thick, which is both nice but also a structural problem because I wanted to flip it and cook the other side that was still wet, and it just kind of caved in on itself, so that was annoying, but it was still tasty. It was good. The thing I did differently this time is I put a little bit of red onion and some cherry tomatoes in the pan first and fried them, and then poured the like beaten up egg mixture over top. That was a really good idea because you got a little bit of like fried sweet onion, and then the like warm tomatoes. It got a tiny bit jammy. It was really nice. So I will definitely be doing that again if I need a quick lunch option. And it's only 2 eggs plus some vegetables. And I think it's probably quite healthy, you know, because I used a tiny bit of olive oil. Didn't use very much because I don't particularly like that flavor on eggs of like fried in olive oil. So pretty good. Okay, so yesterday was a really weird day. It was quite stressful at work, lots to do, and we're quite short-staffed, but they had a wellness thing planned in for the day where one of my colleagues had some kittens and brought them in, and there was just an allotted time to go and play with these kittens in a room, and wow. If you weren't convinced about buying a kitten at that point, you would have been after the session, let's put it that way. Kittens are incredible. So for context, we have a cat at home, but we bought her when she was 6 months old. She was a rescue, bless her heart. We love her to bits. She's really nice. She's been basically no trouble. In the entirety of the like 10 to 12 years that we've had her so far, she's had maybe 2-3 issues, which is incredible. She's healthy, fit, and happy, and love her. But obviously we had her when she was 6 months, right? And the difference between a freshly born kitten and a 6-month-old kitten is immense. So obviously I'd never seen what a real kitten was like. And I was not prepared for how absolutely adorable they are. They are these tiny little fluff balls that have absolutely no brains, no thoughts behind their huge eyes. And we were all dying at how cute it was. So they had 3, and they were all like running around in this room that they'd sectioned off just to make sure that they didn't go anywhere. Kittens are so much softer than normal cats. Like, I'm amazed every time I'm petting our cat because she is super soft, but these kittens were even softer, and I didn't think that was possible, but they were. and they were super shy but also kind of curious, and they all had different personalities, which I thought was really cool because obviously I've only ever seen one cat in isolation, so being able to see different personalities between them instantly was really nice. So one of them was super shy and was like hiding out of the way and just kind of observing. One of them was a little bit more adventurous and playful but really didn't like being held. So it was quite funny because anybody who would pick them up and hold them, it would like cuddle for all of half a second before like crawling onto their shoulder and then trying to jump down, which was hilarious and really sweet. And that one also liked playing with the toys. I eventually got one of those wands with, like the feathers on the end, and was like flicking that around, and it was following and chasing it. So that was really cute. And then one of them was just super cuddly. Like it would be happy and chill just to sit in your arms. It would let you pet it and just kind of, it was so cute and so nice. And one of them kept meowing, that like really high pitched but quiet meowing. It was adorable. And we were gushing. I took so many photos, and I spent probably too long in that room, but it was within the allotted time period, so I will say that much. It was sanctioned kitten time, and I was using it because just adorable. I really enjoyed hand holding them. They're so light. They must have weighed, I don't know, 400 grams. They were tiny, and I'm used to carrying our cat that's like 3.5 kilograms. She's a chunk. I hope she didn't hear me say that. But these little things were just adorable, and that's all I keep saying. I can't get over it. It was so good. This is why I like going to pet stores every now and again, because just seeing animals just makes your day better, man, because they're just innocent, cute little fluffy things. They don't know what's wrong with the world. So it just kind of brings a little bit of joy. So I just wanted them. I just wanted to take one, like, you're mine now, but I'm not nearly responsible enough for a baby animal. Like I could maybe get away with a kitten, definitely not a puppy. Puppies require a lot of work, and I don't have the time to the intuition and brain power to be able to do that properly. So rescues it is for the time being, because they're already a little bit older and I want to save them from whatever fate they're in currently. On a slightly different side note, tangent thing, my mother recently bought a new tablet upon my advice, dare I say. I'm kind of known as the person in our house that knows a lot about technology, and I really enjoy looking at all of the nuances and the weird stuff and the interesting bits about tech, so I know a lot about it, and I was like, here's the best thing that I think would suit you and that you should go for. So she sprung for a slightly more expensive thing that she was looking at, and as a nefarious part, it comes with a pen, which is what I wanted to try, because I'd never seen this tablet with its pen in a store. Normally the tablet was on its own separately and there was no pen, because for some reason people like to nick the pens from display models. Don't quite get it. But this was like my first opportunity to try this pen on this tablet that I was like, maybe I'll buy this potentially. Yeah, disappointed is probably the best word, because I was hoping that it would be quite akin to a drawing tablet for a computer. But it's not. It's very different. And it's different in a bad way. So for context, with these types of devices, they are glass screens, right? And you have this interesting conundrum of, well, how do you make it so that you can draw on this in an efficient manner that's akin to what it's like using pen and paper or pencil and paper, but also accounts for the fact that this is glass, not paper. Obviously, paper is quite coarse compared to glass. Glass is very smooth. So you need some way to introduce a level of control. And what Samsung has done is they've made their pen tips slightly rubberized. So obviously rubber against glass provides the friction. But to me, I'm used to a Huion drawing tablet that you plug into your computer, and that is just hard plastic on a slightly etched glass screen. So the glass is not as smooth as a normal screen, but it's still a lot more smooth compared to paper, for example. But the difference in friction between a hard-tipped plastic pen on the glass screen versus Samsung's rubberized version is so noticeable to me, and I hate it. I hate the rubberized pen. It's too much friction for me. It doesn't feel natural. I draw quite lightly, so any amount of friction beyond the normal for the plastic one and a piece of paper is gonna mess me up. So Yeah, I'm disappointed because it's on the lower end in terms of amount that you have to spend to get there. But people say it's really good. It's a really nice entry point, and it probably is, assuming you can get used to how it draws. But for me, not a fan. What I want to try is I want to go try some of the higher end models to see if they have this same rubberized tip or whether they even have different interchangeable tips, because a quick Google on the internet seems to imply that the pens used to have changeable tips and used to have a hard plastic one, but this one doesn't have anything in the box. Maybe that's just because it's, the lower end of the tablets, but we will see. Anyway, thank you all for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.